Latest on Mykhaylo Mudryk to Arsenal. Now, there have been a lot of reports from journalists this morning about progress and positivity, and it's getting closer. Truthfully, we are no closer now than we were when we made our second bid. Nothing tangible has changed, this is basically them rehashing the same story that they had a week ago, because it's one of the biggest transfers of the January transfer window, and there's nothing else to update this on. But it's caused Arsenal fans, and I don't blame them, to sort of start talking about, could he be on the bench for the North London derby? And no is the answer. The only real thing that's changed in the landscape with Mudryk is that Chelsea are probably out of the race now. I think the news about them with João Felix last night probably suggests that after their talks with Shakhtar, they decided to pull the trigger on João Felix because they don't think they can get Mudryk. Now, that means that Shakhtar no longer have the leverage over Arsenal of, well, he could get hijacked by Chelsea. It's now back to being a one-horse race, and it's Arsenal's will against Shakhtar's will. Unfortunately, I think this will go on probably until the very end of January, because Shakhtar postured, but well before the transfer window, through Romano months back, was saying Shakhtar will only accept 100 million. And they did this posturing, and they've left themselves in a position where they can't accept 70 or 80 million this early in January, because globally, and their own fan base will say, well, you didn't get 100 million, you didn't try hard enough. And so they'll have to wait until the end of January. And then at that point, when they do finally concede, it'll be, we got the absolute most we could for Mudryk. Now, I don't think they'll allow it to go on until the summer. There's no guarantee that they get that money in the summer, especially if it's still only Arsenal in the race. You also, then have the risk that Mudryk could do his ACL between now and the summer, and half of that value gets wiped off. This is a record signing for Shakhtar, and they really need the money. So it will happen in January. I'm convinced of that. I don't think it will happen until the end of January. I don't think we'll see Mudryk in an Arsenal shirt until February, which is a shame.